Hey, what is up, everybody? I'm Will. We are back with some more Genshin Impact today. There's going to be a change of plans for streaming this week. I was going to do Marvel Rivals tomorrow, but then I realized their big update and their new characters are coming out on the 10th. So I think we're just gonna move Marvel Rivals till Friday, and then just like move everything over. So tomorrow's gonna be Zoneless and Zero again. Thursday will be Genshin, then Friday, hopefully. I'm gonna try to hold off until the update's through, whether it happens in the morning or more in the evening. And then we will play the new characters, which has been revealed to be Mr. Fantastic and Mrs. Fantastic, aka the Elastic Man and the Invisible Woman. I don't even know if he has a secondary name. I think he's just called Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards. They also revealed like their new costumes. They're doing a lot. There's gonna be a new map, which is gonna be New York. There's going to be 4 new characters, 2 at the start, 2 at the midpoint, and there's a bunch of I've already seen I think like 3 character costumes plus 2 more character costumes for the 2 new characters that are coming out. Just like they are releasing a lot of content really fast. I mean, relatively fast for like a live game like that. So yeah, we're gonna hold off until Friday, and hopefully it will be more like, around now when we'll stream, and it won't be like later in night. But if it is, because the update took a while to come through. All right, we are here. We are questing. We are doing things. Yep. All right, that's what we're doing. We're doing the red quest. We're finishing it up. We went through a lot of it in the last stream. Hopefully, we're gonna finish it up today. Then we'll go check out a new event that's going on. It's only got 5 days left. I'm pretty sure it's an event that we've already done before. It's kind of just a repeat. Okay, I'm like way low. I think we're supposed to go. Yeah, go first. Yeah, we're in like the final few steps of this quest. And yeah, I believe the event is like supposed to be like beetle fighting, which has been like the only thing that's been a carryover from Inazuma, which I think they just showed a
I'm
4-star
back. Allow
they're
me
gonna
to
come out with
introduce T'Pol's mother, Puma.
from Inazuma, so that's gonna be awesome. Been a while.
Hello, we're...
Oh, save the pleasantries. I don't want to spend any longer talking about that boy than I have to.
Huh?
I disowned him long ago. He is no child of mine. All he cared about was his pipe dream of reaching the sky. Oh, we tried to talk sense into him, but he was obsessed.
Dust, I tell ya.
And then when he left us, he spouted some nonsense about building a workshop in the sky to avoid the constant criticism of us ground dwellers. He left his notebook behind. Whatever questions you have, you can look for them in there. I am done talking about him.
Yeah, I wrote Debbie down.
He's no son of mine. He never called me Mom anyhow.
Wow, they've really fallen out. I'm sure wasn't expecting that.
Her husband, T'Pol's father, he passed away recently, and T'Pol didn't even bother to show his face at the funeral. If you ask me, that was probably the final straw for Puma. I'll go keep her company. If there's anything else you need, just come and find me. Thank you.
Okay, so this notebook is the only lead we got now, right? What's in there?
Balloon.
Some early designs for the phlogiston wings, and some theorizing about an airborne workshop. Ochkanatlan, the Cinder City. Looks like that's where he got his technological inspiration from.
So, was he serious about the workshop in the sky? That's such a big project for one person. Do we think he actually pulled it off? Oh, yes. The one from the trial arena that was super high up.
That balloon has been there for a while, and everyone's been wondering how it got up there, but what if that's the wrong question? What if it started off even higher up, above the clouds and out of view, and it only descended to its current height due to some kind of malfunction?
Yes, that is possible.
Part of T'Pol's workshop?
Seems likely. If T'Pol's base had been hiding above the clouds this whole time, that would definitely explain why Isidore couldn't find it.
I totally called it! But how do we get up there? Chaska, can you even fly that high?
By myself? Possibly. But with a passenger, no chance. I doubt even phlogiston wings could take you up that high. At least, not without that relic T'Pol mentioned in his notebook.
Yeah, and he's probably holding on to it. We'll have to find another way. Nope. That's way beyond Paimon's altitude. Also, would you really expect Paimon to go up there and take on T'Pol all by herself?
Let's not worry. Just because we can't think of a solution doesn't mean no one else can. I'm not the only flying expert in my tribe, you know.
Oh, good point. We should go ask Elder Opa.
And Mutoda. He was quite the flying ace back in the day, too. Let's head back and see what they suggest.
I want to grow up faster.
No, it's all the way back. Yeah. Okay, it looks like it's in the actual things. Let's just go here.
No more Kukasaurs. We want phlogiston wings.
Chaska, you're finally back. Things are getting really tense in the tribe. Have you made any headway with your investigation?
Some people even think we arrested the merchants just to support the flying squad and crack down on the phlogiston wings.
Oh my god, it's so annoying. They keep giving us stupid dialogue options. This doesn't matter. Or it's just like a single sentence of dialogue. It's like it's not even a choice. It's like, just keep playing the fucking cutscene, right?
We found some promising
This point is just
leads,
annoying having to
but there's a
stop and
major
just select.
obstacle standing between us and the irrefutable evidence we
Multitasking here,
need.
bud. You know, the thing you're not supposed to be doing, and they want engagement.
A relic from the Cinder City? So Ochcon's still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
An airborne workshop and a hot air balloon above the trial arena. And that's where you're trying to get to now?
Is literally what we just said, yes.
Neither phlogiston wings nor a Kukusaur can take you that high up. Do you really think that's where T'Pol is hiding?
You know what? There might just be a way.
Really?
Do you still remember those spouts in the arena? When they were all blocked, the gaseous phlogiston was trapped and unable to flow. But now, it's flowing freely. If we were to block them up again...
You mean all of them except the one at the very top of the arena? To build up the pressure there?
Precisely. With all the gaseous phlogiston flowing through one spout, it would create a high-pressure wind current.
And then we just ride it up into the sky!
Yes, it has its risks, but with Chaska's abilities, I think she could manage it.
It's an extremely risky approach. But I agree that it's feasible.
If you want to give it a try, check with Inkanak at the trial grounds. She can explain how to block the spouts. Chaska, if anyone has a hope of seizing this evidence from the high heavens, it is you.
No more Kukasaurs. We want phlogiston wings.
Isn't bad-mouthing the You got a huge scar or something?
Alright, gotta plug some holes. But yeah, Nvidia also just did their big showcase for the year, showing off their new, graphics card and stuff and their chipsets. And they are leaning heavily into AI. I know a bit about it and how it works. I don't know fully in terms of like how like modern computational AI works. It's like, and as well as like, the general not control net. Oh, control net, and also it's the other one. The ones where it's like trained on data sets. I can't remember the exact name of it. I know roughly how those work. And I also know that like there's also problems with them in terms of like hallucinations and stuff. For example, with ChatGPT, they can sometimes just make up information, which is why personally when I use it and I'm looking for facts, I always say cite your sources or give me sources. That way, they're more likely to pull from actual sources than just make something up. I know how it's being used in their graphics cards in terms of how they explained it. They're able to do more mathematics a lot faster, so they're able to do more. I just don't know, like, is there still possibility of things like hallucinations happening within that framework, and how, like, what would happen if it does? So, I don't know. I'm still a little iffy on it, but according to, like, what they're saying their cards can do, it's literally, like, 3 times stronger than their current cards. Which means their new budget card that's going to be, like, $500 is going to be as strong as whatever their highest end card is right now when their new set comes out. That's insane. Like, their $2,000 to $3,000 card will now be as strong as their newest generation's $500 card. Yeah, they're doing the usual, like, they'll have, like, a 5,000, they'll have, like, they did the example of, like, oh, we made 2,000 pixels with, like, ray tracing and all that on it, and then the AI takes that and like, extrapolates and interpolates, like, everything else. So it goes from 2,000 pixels to like 200,000 pixels or like 200 million pixels by using the AI. I can't remember the exact numbers, but it's like an insane, like, very little input, massive output because of the AI. And I think when it comes to AI and it's just strictly doing like coding or mathematics, I think those AI frameworks are like a lot more sound than things that are like ChatGPT, which is trying to like simulate having a conversation. I think that's way more complex than like mathematical stuff, like just straight up doing like mathematical formulas. So I think it should be stable. We'll see. I hope it is. It would be super cool if it was. That means all technology will have a massive graphic uptick, which, by the way, like, our graphics are already great, and I love games like this, stylized, colorful. What does it mean for games like this? It's not using ray tracing. It doesn't need realistic textures and skins. Like, will it mean that, like, the world will be able to be 2 to 3 times bigger now? Or perhaps rendering distance can be way further away? I hope that kind of stuff affects these kind of games. Because, again, a lot of this is, like, only being applied to, like, hyper-realistic looking games, which I like, but I love stuff with, like, a good art style and character like this, and other games that are, like, more anime or cartoony or just, like, just not realistic looking. So it's, like, it'll be interesting to see how that AI stuff will affect this stuff. But anyway, long spiel over. Nvidia coming out with a new card. They're also trying to, I think they were trying to work with like an AI companion thing they're trying to release as well. I don't know if that's going to be hardwired into it or if that's going to be like a separate thing that's going to work in conjunction with it, but we'll see. Apparently they're making stuff for data centers, so data centers are like 4 times more efficient and faster.
A very bold idea.
Maybe so, but we have to act fast. What's the quickest way for us to block off the spouts?
from a technical perspective, I'd have to advise taking some measurements and carefully planning this out first. But I'm guessing that's not what you want to hear. Then we'll have to take the rough and ready approach. See the solid phlogiston over there? Our prior inspections revealed that some kind of stable structure has formed inside, making it highly damage resistant. It's not without its weak points, but unless they're all struck at the same time, the structural integrity won't be threatened.
So, what happens if we do strike them all at once?
It'll collapse.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, you got it. As long as you hit all the weak spots at once from the right angle, the solid phlogiston will fall right on top of the spout and block it up.
You're right about rough and ready. Sounds like my kind of plan.
So that's how I spent my morning, was basically watching that video from yesterday of them going over all the NVIDIA stuff. And of course, you know, they're doing the usual stuff, ray tracing, textures. Plus, how will that work in conjunction with Unreal Engine 5? And it's been a few years now, but I haven't really seen too many games that are like, this is the technology we're using. How they started using this whole, like, what was it called? It was like a noise-based pixel generation. So you're able to get a lot more crisp detail, and it's like way less harder on your computer and stuff. It was in Unreal Engine 5. It was like crazy when they showed it off, where it's like, look at all the detail we can put in here now, and it won't like make your computer explode. That kind of stuff. I don't even know if games have really even fully embraced and made a full game around that yet. I need to look into that. Although they did also show off the Virtua Fighter 5, or no, Virtua Fighter 6, the new Virtua Fighter. Anyway, it looks so good. Like, that's a game where it's like photorealism. I got it, because that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like realistic-ish fighting. So what am I supposed to be doing here? Okay, we're supposed to seal it. Yep. Yeah, I said this last time. I didn't think I was gonna like.
Look, there's a chunk of solid phlogiston right over that spout.
Couldn't transcend.
Said that I wasn't sure if I was gonna like her traversal, because I've so far not really liked anyone's traversal, but I like her traversal and her gun. I still need to get used to it though. It's like I keep complaining about it, but I just keep not committing hard enough to it. Oh, dang it. I'm an idiot. She was a guest character. Like, we already have her, so I was thinking of her as my own character. Okay, I'm an idiot. Okay, there we go. Just need her. Come on back. I'm a flying. They're about to fire my laser.
Look, there's a chunk of solid phlogiston right over that spout.
Open fire! Locked on!
Yeah, it was going. There we go. Build. Oh yeah, I forgot. Today, there's gonna be a Marvel Rivals competition on Twitch. Or I don't know if it's just on Twitch or what, but I think it's going through the official Marvel Rivals channel. I think XQC and Emaru are both gonna be doing it. I believe they each have a team. I don't know how many more people are going to be a part of it.
How are Paimon and the Traveler supposed to get up there?
Koya can give you a lift. She's actually been following us this whole time.
Oh shit, is it actually going right now? Shit.
Wow, Paimon didn't notice
I have
it
still
at
yet
all.
to follow the official Marvel Rivals channel. Oh crap, it's already in the middle of it. Oh my god, I didn't even realize. Oh wait, no, stream time 10 hours. Okay. Oh, it's replay. Okay. The Championship of Asia, Europe, and North America Regional Finals replay. Okay. I didn't miss it. So I guess they were just on a 24-hour loop. Which has been a thing, which has been a meta for Twitch for like, what, a year or two now? Where if like you're a big enough channel, you'll just like have a 24-hour companion channel that just loops your content. Like I noticed Trash
Oh.
Taste doing it.
Probably because she didn't want to get too close to humans. Or maybe just me. But right now, we need her power.
Yeah. I don't know if the latest events...
Whoa, you didn't even have to summon her.
is gonna be on the Marvel Rivals channel or on each individual person's channel, because
Yes,
they're all, I think they're
up
all
there.
streamers.
That's probably where Chime is. All right, let's go have a little talk with this T'Pol.
Okay.
Let's fly.
Haven't ever flown that fast before. She feels so ready to throw up.
Aha. Just as I thought. It might look like a regular hot air balloon from the outside, but up close, it's clearly been heavily remodeled. And sure enough, it only descended below the cloud line because the custom-built machinery malfunctioned. I should be able to figure it out with T'Pol's notebook. Thankfully, I know a little DIY from fixing up my guns when they're having issues. That should just about do it. Now all it needs is a nice hard kick.
Maybe that works on your guns, but, huh? We're really moving!
Back in the days, you could just hit something and it'd start working. Whether it's electronics or children in a factory.
Here it is! The workshop in the sky! Oh, you gotta see it to believe it. Makes you wonder why T'Pol even bothers with phlogiston wings when he has tech like this.
Well, according to the notebook, the platform beneath us runs on components from the Cinder City. Those can't be mass-produced. Also, I have some doubts about its mobility after seeing how it moved just now. For someone like T'Pol who dreams of flying freely, this definitely doesn't cut it.
But if he's got that relic, he should be able to make a set of prototype wings for himself, right? Why bother making a whole flying workshop so he can mass-produce them? But this doesn't add up. If he's already achieved the power of flight, then he must have bigger dreams we don't know about. But what?
With any luck, we'll find the answers in his workshop.
Damn. This is cool. This dude was busy. It sucks that the guy's such a dickhead. I mean, clearly. Like, this is an amazing feat. And I love that they're, like, kind of tethering things by using those draperies. That's super cool.
Cuckoosaurs! Seems like the merchants were right. T'Pol's using them for his own ends.
I'll bet that mechanism on top of the cage opens the door. Let me give it a try.
Oh, no. Yeah, wait. I'm still not 100% understanding of why they need... I forgot some aspect. Remember they were hunting down her bird mom and sister, and they took the baby. Oh yeah. I think I just keep feeling like it should be a double jump. It's just... the controls of how you move around while like flying, like the traversal controls, is literally completely counterintuitive to how I would innately do it, which is why I hate it so much. Because I'm also playing Marvel Rivals, which also has characters with like fully three-dimensional
Why won't it
character
fly away like
controls.
the others? Is it?
She's still breathing, but barely. By the looks of it, T'Pol was using these cages to extract phlogiston from the kukasaurs. Once a kukasaur is drained of phlogiston, it becomes too weak to move. We'll have to come back for these ones after dealing with T'Pol. Let me see. Looks like a record of his phlogiston research. Log number 330. With the support of...
I was finally able to launch the airborne workshop. Even though it relies on the relic for 80% of its power supply, I've at least taken the first step. Log number 348. Research on the relic is progressing well. I should be able to replicate the technology and scale up production very soon. Has proposed a name for this groundbreaking invention: the phlogiston wings. I think I'm getting close. Soon I will achieve my dreams.
Yeah, nothing like working on a jetpack on a giant floating thingy. God forbid something goes wrong and you end up flying like off to the side, off the platform, and you're plummeting to Earth.
Log number 377.
They figured out parachutes yet?
Encountered some issues with the new smaller model phlogiston wings. The gaseous phlogiston showed some volatility during the refinement process. Thinks we should proceed at a more cautious pace with the refinement experiments. But after so many past failures, I have to prove that I will succeed this time. Log number 114. Ran an experiment using kukasaurs to refine gaseous phlogiston. It was a success. Log number 117. I've started recruiting merchants and hunters to capture wild kukasaurs. Log number 121. Major breakthrough in the efficiency of phlogiston yield.
Huh? So many parts have been crossed out!
Yeah, probably the contact he alluded to in his other notebook. Guess he has a benefactor.
Did anyone else notice how the numbering system in this notebook suddenly changed halfway through?
We haven't got time for textual analysis, I'm afraid. Grab the notebook and let's press on.
How did nobody notice any of this happen?
Never seen one of these before. Looks like this was built with the Cinder City components, too.
You're not thinking of giving it a nice hard kick, are you?
Like, for some of these structures, like, you had to have built them on the ground and then inflate the balloons and have them float up. Are you telling me nobody's noticed that? Or did you literally figure out a way to, like, even with just the amount of materials you have up here, you need, like, it should have been noticeable that someone's moving materials up here to build this. Even if they didn't see this itself, the materials being moved up and down. Crazy. Yo.
Take me up!
Whoa! What's that mechanism doing?
It's asking for a nice hard kick where it hurts. Aim for the weak spot.
Ah. Gotta get up there. Oh, sorry, up there. I was looking up and I'm like, wow, this is way bigger than I thought. Over there. We need to get over there to that platform. Although, it is a little disappointing. Like, this looks cool, this looks awesome, and it's like in the middle of the clouds and everything. But the other area that we went to that was above the cloud coverage, where the sky was just like piercing blue, was so awesome. Here, the sky is just like a lot more muted. I think it's because we're still in the middle of like some cloud coverage.
What are they doing here?
It's T'Pol's henchman. He must have brought them here using the relic in his prototype wings. Watch out!
But yeah, I mentioned this earlier, but it looks like they've revealed another I believe there's supposed to be a 4-star character from Inazuma. They look like they might be maybe another Oni type. And honestly, if it was fan art, it was like extremely close. I wasn't able to see who posted it. I just saw it, and it was like, oh, that's a banner for a new.
Time to act.
That's 99% sure. I need to double check it. But man, it just kind of like reminded me. It's like it doesn't feel like we have not done anything with Inazuma at all. Like, we have a beetle event. And it's like, that's the like, come on. Lame.
Into the wind.
Stand with me.
Oh, yo. You got bugs?
Hey, look here! More of T'Pol's notes!
But if you were up in like the middle of clouds like this, everything would be humid and moist, because clouds are literally water. So you moving through it would make you, like, condensation everywhere. You'd know that if you ever watch a skydiving video where someone goes right through a
Log
cloud.
number 403. Introduce me to some new comrades who fully support my ideas. I told them that some saurians are blessed with wings, and some people with natural gifts, while the less fortunate among us can only look on longingly as they seize the skies. But I also told them that progress can erase individual differences. Think of the tools humanity has made to fight back against wild beasts. The law we have put in place to even the playing field between the strong and the weak. I promised them that our research will be the new frontier of human progress. With our phlogiston wings, the power of flight will no longer be for a select few to enjoy.
Okay.
Imagine a world where the skies are for all to share. I only hope that when we finally achieve this goal, we'll be proud of me.
What is that mask? It kind of reminds me of masks you might see in like Chinese opera.
Imagine a world where the skies are for all to share.
Possibly
Yes.
Thai?
What a
maybe?
wonderful world that would be. If only it were possible. We could respond faster. And so many tragedies could be prevented. But T'Pol, what about the saurians you're draining dry of phlogiston? You're
Oh,
not
yeah.
sharing the sky. You're stealing it. Bad move. I won't let you get away with it. I'm fine. Let's keep moving. I don't think we'll find anything else here.
Alright, update on the Marvel Rivals thing. It is starting at 4 p.m. CST at the time. And it's gonna be Emeru, XQC, Wilnef, and Arya. Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be like maybe some sort of team-based competition thing. Now I'm not even 100% sure on that. Although I think Twitch limits you to how many people you can add. Which, making it limited to 4 is weird. Because if you think about it, like, a lot of team-based games, there's usually 5 to 6 people. So that should probably be the minimal. Because if you're like a person that plays like hero shooters or like stuff like that, and that's like what the team comp usually is, that's what the minimal should be for the Twitch tag name. But whatever. You do what you want. By the way, yeah, we're still in the 3rd act of this. This was a lot more payoff than I thought. Although, to be fair, when we went over to the dragon, area, we did get like that whole upper area, but that felt more of like a secondary story than it did like this side story stuff. If they're draining it of their wind stuff, I'm not understanding why they need to shoot arrows at it. Like, it feels like there could be like easier ways. I swear you could do the same thing with one Morty and a car battery. God. Not like I've tried it. I've just done the math on it. Weird. The new season of Rick and Morty's popping off. Rick and Morty has become such a weird show for me, where it's like half the season are episodes where I'm just like, okay. Well, that's a god-awful episode. But then they'll also have like 3 to 4 episodes or episode is one of the greatest episodes of television ever made. And it's like, god damn it, you still have it. It's one of those dichotomies where it's like, I'm happy that you're still super good, but at the same time, the show can be consistently good overall season. Yeah, I love that they have like this halftone texture that they're using. So if you, okay, watch the explosion, or like even dot texture, those are like halftone things. So it's like if you read manga or comics or stuff like that, sometimes you'll see like the shadows are just like little gray dots. That's like referred to as halftone. Comic type elements into it, where it's like, yeah, that's super dope. I mean, this is clearly inspired by anime. No shit. And manga. Wait, why is that, like, locked up? Oh. Oh, okay. Never mind. Answer. And that explains that. Oh, sorry. Wait, how did I do that? I was locked into this mode. It's hold to do. And I was like, wait, did they change it to tap to do and I just didn't realize? Trying to make sure there's something else. You'd be good. Honestly kind of reminds me of like a Zelda-esque level or puzzle. Despite me obviously not being like, you know, end all be all on what is or isn't Zelda. I've only played 2 of them, fuck my life. Yeah, the last 2. Okay, yeah. I fumbled the bag on this one. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. There's a... What's the name of it? Abe, the guy that did... Well, Abe and Wilnef did the servers for Rust, like, the other month. Apparently, I think Abe is working on... He's got a new server in a new game where it's Minecraft, but modded to hell, so it's also Pokemon at the same time. So, Pokemon, but within Minecraft. I don't know if it counts as like a fully separate game, or if it's literally just Minecraft extremely modded, or what. I don't know if there's like literally any coding that was involved to make it separate, but that's going on. There's an event of that's going on right now. That like a bunch of people are part of. Like...
I can't believe he captured so many Kukasaurs. But right now, we have to focus on solving this problem at the source.
Yeah, Peter Park I saw was doing stream, I believe Fan also. So yeah, it's literally like Minecraft, but also Pokemon infused, and it's like, cool. If only, you know, actual Pokemon could get their shit together. Because it's sad when you see some aspects of like the graphical overhaul for Minecraft is better than the graphics in the last mainline Pokemon game. It's like, that's depressing. Because personally, I think Pokemon needs to go all in on the Let's Go Pikachu art style, where it's like very cartoony and chibi kind of. It's like, just go with that. It's a fun, bright, vibrant, cartoony style. Instead of this weird, like, it's cartoony models, but then the rock textures are like semi-realistic. It's like, what are you doing? It looks weird and flat. It literally looks like a MMORPG I played in like 2008. Like, what are you doing?
Looks like we've reached the center of the workshop.
And still no sign of
Oh
Koya's
fuck!
baby.
Oh my god! I keep clicking off of chat. My god! I'm so sorry, guys. Shit.
Let's search this area for now. If we still can't find Chime, we'll double back.
You know, this place is surprisingly not filled with people. Like, we've ran into, like, what, 2 groups of people?
Chaska, Traveler, come quick!
What is it? Did you find Chime?
Not yet, but look! It's another one of T'Pol's notebooks!
All right.
Log number 428.
Oh, wow.
We decided to restart the experiments on phlogiston refinement, but without telling. This is the final obstacle to the success of the Phlogiston Wings project. We cannot fall at the last hurdle.
Okay, wait. I was looking away for a second. The thing that was blurred out was another guy's name. So is he directly working for another person?
Log number 436. Earlier today, suggested using Kukasaurs as an intermediary to extract refined phlogiston. It's certainly feasible, but... Anyway, as long as our secret experiment succeeds, I'm sure won't bring it up again. Log number 443. We will conduct the experiment tomorrow. But birthday is coming up, so hopefully we'll have a birthday surprise for her. Log number 444.
Huh? Why is this
He just
log
wrote
empty?
Sigh on the paper.
I guess whoever wrote down the log number was prevented from recording the results.
Wow, he's really getting into his writing. Deep apprehensive sigh of apprehension.
Log number 0. We lost many comrades in the accident. Among them are friends, lovers, and children. But we cannot stop now. We will keep their legacy alive and carry their dreams forward. As of today, we are scrapping the artificial refinement method. Instead, we will focus all our efforts on phlogiston extraction from live Kukasaurs. They are arrogant beasts whose existence in the wild serves no one but themselves. Their true worth lies in their sacrifice for the sake of human progress. To facilitate our operations, we will gradually move the airborne workshop closer to the Flower Feather clan, even as we continue to expand it. All this we do to create a world where the skies are for all of humanity to share. All this we do to make T'Pol's dream a reality.
Given the way this is written, not to mention the fact that the numbering has started over from 0, it kind of sounds like this is someone new. Does that mean that T'Pol's already...
He's dead. Onion rings. And seeds.
There's also a letter tucked in the end of the notebook. It's from Puma.
Uma.
T'Pol, I don't know where you are right now, so I don't know how to reach you. My best bet is to send this letter to the Flower Feather clan. Your father is gravely ill. Oh, I know we've had our differences in the past, but he is still your father. Won't you come and visit him? Please. I know you never liked him and cared even less for me. All you ever yearned for is the sky. And your birth mother. But we'll still be waiting here for you if you do come back. This may be the last chance you'll get to see your father.
So Puma's not T'Pol's real mom? Huh. Well, she did say he never called her mom, but I might assume she was just venting.
We know that T'Pol's father passed away quite recently, and this letter looks recent. By contrast, the writing in this notebook is old and faded. It looks like the real reason T'Pol didn't attend his father's funeral is because he'd long since passed away himself. If we ask ourselves why this letter was sent to the Flower Feather clan, why T'Pol always yearned for the sky, and how he got his hands on a relic from the Cinder City, it all points to one answer.
That's right. T'Pol was my child. He was born during my days as a wingless wanderer. His birth gave me new hope. I wanted to become the kind of mother who spent her days as a valiant rider, soaring the skies. Not an aimless, wingless nobody. But his father wanted to settle down, to give his child a safe, sheltered life in his tribe. We fought about it constantly, until the love we once had for each other was gone. He started a new family, with another traveler who was also looking to return home. And I went back to the Flower Feather clan, alone. I had no idea that despite being raised among the children of echoes, my child still harbored dreams of the skies. Can you imagine, Chaska? The joy and surprise I felt when he showed up at my door, asking to join the flying trials. Or how proud I was when he said he wanted to prove his own worth, rather than relying on my position as elder. And then the anguish that overcame me when he was rejected by the Kukusaurs and became wingless, just as I had after my injury.
You've got a lot of nerve showing your face here.
Don't take this the wrong way, Chaska. I'm not here for a fight. I just want to talk.
Oh no, we're going to fight.
Isn't that your preferred way to resolve things?
Yeah, we're burning this place to the ground because you're a fucking
T'Pol's
psycho.
wish on your way here. A world where the skies are for all of humanity to share. If only his dream can be realized, no one will ever have to lose their wings again. Our aerial prowess will be greater than ever before. War will never again come at such a great cost. The loss of Koichi is a tragedy that need never be repeated. So tell me, Chaska, do you really wish to see the phlogiston wings forever grounded and gathering dust?
You're an arrogant fool, and that won't solve people from dying in war. In fact, it will probably just increase, because there's no guarantee. Because as soon as you make a thing manufacturable that everyone can use, everyone else will also use it. So cool, now it's easier to fly into enemy terrain and bomb them. Boom. A lot more casualties. But there are probably some soldiers there, maybe, possibly. Like, it's not gonna stop it. And even if this is just a simple black and white situation where you're talking solely about fighting the, whatevers, like the monsters and shit, it's like, okay, maybe it does work for that part, but there will always be bandits and people that will also use it for bad things as well. Not to say you shouldn't use it, but you're literally sacrificing an entire species out of your own narcissistic ends and justifying it by using the death of your child that you gave up in the first place as why you need to keep doing it. Honestly, I don't know if you really cared about him or not, but ultimately, you chose to do this shit and then just say, oh, it's because of my son. No, 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 okay? Stop pulling that Amanda Waller bullshit where it's like, I need to be the biggest psycho on the fucking planet and control everything infinitely, or else it's not good enough. That's why I need to threaten and murder as many people as possible, because I need to protect my child. It's like, no, there's a line between protecting someone and doing whatever you want and using their life or death as a justification for your fucking horrific behavior. Of course, this is a lot lesser because it's like, oh, we're talking about birds here. But still, it's like, you're talking about basically wiping out an entire species. But what happens when you wipe all of them out? Or what? Are you gonna go like chicken farm and be like, oh no, we'll raise them in captivity solely just to kill them, and so that we can have fucking flying things? It's like, no. You should have kept with the synthetic, like making it ourselves so you don't have to sacrifice something to make it.
Nothing you've said excuses all the conflict you've
Boom.
caused.
You mean the argument back at the tribe? It was a necessary measure. Sometimes this is the only way to accelerate the pace of progress. Is a mother harming her children when she coaxes them into swallowing a bitter pill? Of course not. It is a brief moment of suffering for the greater good, and the child would come to understand this in due course. The phlogiston wings are that bitter pill. We will never progress as a tribe if we cling to the scraps the Kukusaurs offer us. Once the people have embraced the phlogiston wings, they will never look back.
That's the fundamental problem.
Even if they learn how the refined phlogiston is sourced.
Oh my god, how can you be an elder and not understand something so basic? That's like if a Native American tribe figured out like cars or bicycles. It's like, cool, murder all the horses. It's like, it's more than just, oh, it's a means of transportation. It's flying in the air. It's fucking driving on a road. It's like, no, that's part of it. But the main part is being one with nature and the animals. It's about having the partnership with the Kukusaur and the benefits of the land. It's not about the actual flying itself. That's secondary to what the primary thing is. But for some reason, you're a grown-ass adult with an already grown-ass child that then died, and you still couldn't comprehend. Flying is the secondary thing. It's more about the bond and the fucking, like, you know, oneness of, like, nature and shit, which is the number one thing. You completely missed the point. Like, good lord. That's like going to watch The Shining and be like, wow, who knew hotel management was so hard? It's like, that wasn't the point of the movie at all.
They will convince themselves that the sacrifice of a few Kukusaurs is a small price to pay for our dominion over the skies. But this I had not anticipated. I barely had the chance to introduce the phlogiston wings to the tribe before you found this place.
Your plan was hardly foolproof.
Yet, it can still be salvaged. Chaska, traveler, you are the hope of humanity. I'm sure you have your doubts about my methods, but know that my love for humanity and for Natlan is genuine. You know me, Chaska. And you know that I've always treated everyone in the Flower Feather clan as my own children, as fellow humans. Surely you can understand my perspective.
Yeah, you only care about people. All other things don't matter. You're the type of person that everything in our lives will be synthetic and fake and man-made. Everything else is sacrificable. And even at some point, people will also be sacrificable. Like, well, we need to test it on someone before we give it to the masses. Of course, that's obviously a massive leap, but like there are things throughout history where you'll look where it's like, oh, it started as this small thing, and it snowballs into this really huge bad thing. And it's like, oh, that happened one time. No, it's happened like 6 or 7 times throughout history, hundreds of years apart, all the way across the world. There are patterns that people repeat over and over again. That's the whole point of look at history to learn from it. Despite most governments, armies, and people do that, they'll say it, and then they'll just completely miss the point. For example, wars, for example, 99% of the time, oh, this war is necessary, it needs to happen. 5 years later after the war, oh no, that was a lie. We didn't need to do that. There was actually like special interests, or there was like another thing going on. It's happened like, as far as I'm aware, at least 6 or 7 times within the last century where there were like wars or like massive military movements where afterwards it's like, oh yeah, no, that was a lie. We didn't need to do that. All those people that were killed, yeah, didn't need to do that. Money, or, you know, we didn't like the person that was in power, so we enabled the overthrowing of that person, and now the government that's now running it is even more tyrannical and fascist than the one that was there before. So it's like, whoopsie. And it's just like, doing it 6 or 7 times over centuries, it's like, okay, fine, people just don't learn their lesson. But doing it 6 or 7 times within 1 century, it's like, you just refuse to, like, look at yesterday and be like, that was bad, we shouldn't do that. Ah, no, this time's different. It's like, no, it's not. It's like people having main character syndrome. It's like, it's great that you think you're special, but you shouldn't expect the world to think that as well and have everything bend to your whims, you fucking psycho. That's her. That's the situation. How the fuck did I get on this long tangent? Anyway, the point is like, progress stuff can always snowball out of control, and a lot of the times it does. Especially when it's someone where it's like, humans are the only thing that matters. She hasn't specifically said it, but very clearly the way she's talking, that's how she's like, going about it.
Hey, quit the quips. This is serious.
Yeah, what about Paimon? She's technically
Alpha,
not human.
Natland doesn't belong to humans alone. And truthfully, neither do I. How many times has the Abyss invaded Natland now? And yet despite how much stronger it is than us, Natland still stands as a nation of humans and Saurians. Peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days, because social bonds are what hold a civilization together. Weren't you the one that taught me that? And yet you would break the bond we share with our Saurian companions to take more power for ourselves? That's as stupid as hacking your own arm off to use it as a club.
They are wild beasts, driven purely by instinct. How could they possibly understand human social bonds?
Oh, okay, you're just a fucking idiot, that's why. They didn't like me, they're the ones that's wrong. Is basically what she did. This grown-ass adult.
Ugh, how did someone like her ever become a writer?
You overestimate them. They bow to the strong and shun the weak.
It's not the weak, it's the
That's
ones that
all
are
there is
worthy.
to
You're
it.
clearly a fucking idiot.
They never gave Tepal a second glance when he was at his lowest, nor me when I returned injured from the Cinder City. It's all about survival of the fittest for them. Plain and simple. They obeyed me once I proved myself stronger than them, but the moment it serves them better, they'll abandon me in a heartbeat.
Kind of like how you abandoned your family. Ironic.
You're wrong, Alpa. They only reject the wingless because they don't want to fly anyone to their death.
Chaska, I will promise you this. Only the unruliest wild cucosaurs will be used for phlogiston extraction. The ones who have nothing else to offer to humanity.
No. Because of your incompetence and failure of being unable to get this to actually work without murdering something, should probably prove right there that it's not good enough.
Well, that's too bad. Because I know a few unruly wild cucosaurs who don't think that idea is gonna fly. Namely my mom, my sister, and me. And the others? To us, they're friends, family, even children. So if you want to put any of them in one of your cages, you're gonna have to go through us.
Is that right? I knew you might be difficult to convince. Maybe this will change your mind.
Child hostage. Take her out. You have the shot. Take her out. The psycho with the jetpack, not the bird. Ooh, music's picking up. We're getting dramatic.
Opa!
Careful. Don't make any rash decisions. Unless you want to see her suffer.
Oh no, that's one of the extraction cages!
I told my subordinates to take control of the tribe while I was away. Luckily for them, our strongest warrior and our most powerful ally aren't there to stop it.
Take control? What are you planning to do with Mutota and his supporters?
Merely accelerate their inevitable downfall. They cannot stand in the way of progress forever. It is not the move I wish to make, but I'm afraid you and your friends force my hand. And since you insist on opposing me too, I have no choice but to keep you here until the dust has settled.
So that's what you meant by I just want to talk. You never intended to negotiate. You just wanted to stall us.
No, Chaska. I genuinely hoped I could win you over. You are the strongest warriors we have. Put down your weapons, and I promise you that no harm will come to this young Sarian. I just need you to stay here for the next couple of weeks or so, while my people consolidate their power. Then, I will give her back to you, and you'll be free to leave.
In what world do you think this would work? First of all, what do you plan on doing? Dropping her in the cage down to the earth? Because, like, there's no, like, you don't have a fucking cannon pointed at the bird's head or anything, so, like, the only thing you could really do is have it do a drop, like, dead plummet. We're, like, hundreds of miles in the air. You could jump down, unhook the thing, and, like, get her out, no problem. It's not even really a
As
threat.
long as the majority supports our vision, even the Pyro Archon cannot meddle in our internal affairs.
Your vision is deranged, and the Flower Feather Clan will never support it.
You sure about that? Then wait here and see. Time will tell.
What do we do? Even if the whole tribe fights back, Mutota's in grave danger!
Stop delaying the inevitable! Drop your weapons and get into the cages, now!
Yeah, eat shit.
She's still holding Chime hostage.
Shoot the thing.
Is there really no other way?
There's, like, she's not in immediate danger. She's just in a cage. Shoot the cage open. We've done it, like, 4 times already.
Koya?
Huh? What are you yapping about? Stand down. Drop your weapons, now! This instant!
Okay, we're gonna kill her straight up, right? Yeah.
No! The relic!
Are you fucking kidding me? You were popping off with this music at this intense moment. No, this needs to be more dramatic music than this. Are you kidding me? Let's go on a siesta, guys. We're talking about child murder. Why are you playing this song? This is the most tone-deaf music choice that they have made in this fucking game. What? Have a fun, wacky time, guys. We're only talking about overthrowing the government and murdering children. Haha! What? Okay, Genshin, you need to get your shit together. You're, like, becoming unhinged. This... Fire. Whoever music choice for this, fire them. They clearly do not understand basic emotional cues with music.
Something's up with this relic!
Darn my knights!
Bro. I thought she was gonna claw her eyes out. It's like, cool, now you can fly blind. How about that, bitch?
No! What is she doing? She'll bring us all down with her!
But why? We stabilized the relic.
Maybe it got damaged in the fight. If we don't think of something fast, this whole workshop is gonna fall apart.
Well, based on your half-ass work with your jetpack, as soon as you failed enough, you were just like, let's just go with the easy solution. So, I doubt however you stabilized it would have lasted forever anyway. Sure, do all your stuff half-assedly.
No.
Bro.
They're directly beneath us. My beloved tribe.
Okay.
Oh, we're getting comic panels.
It's too powerful. This ain't a toy like last time. I don't think I can just throw it aside. But we need to get it far away before it explodes. Then the tribe will be safe, and so will this workshop. Koya, remember when we were kids? Come on, let's take this thing high up into the sky. Don't worry, I know I can get rid of it before it explodes. We're talking some surface wounds at most. All I need is for you to catch me at the end, just like old times.
Like, I understand this is supposed to be a dramatic moment, but, like, main character has fought gods and dragons and the like. I'm pretty sure we could just use our win ability and just, boom, just, like, fucking launch it into the atmosphere instead of letting them handle it. Like, that's the problem of having, like, a OP main character. Other people's sacrifices are almost always unnecessary and suck. Especially when we're literally standing right next to her, not doing anything. It's not like we're distracted with the fight and this is elsewhere. That would make sense. But we're just standing there, bro.
I can't hold it back anymore. We have to go.
Don't be insane.
Alpa, what are you?
You're a fool, Chaska. Why would you choose such a risky solution? We cannot entrust the safety of our tribe to this wild Saurian.
I'm the fool. You really think you can stand a better chance than me?
The thing is about to explode, bitch. Just go.
Sure, it may be asking too much for an ex-wingless to escape the blast radius in time. But I can fly it a safe distance away, even if it's the last thing I do.
Okay, I don't know what the social dynamics within the tribe are, like specifically. I know obviously wingless people. Well, actually, okay, no, there's people that can fly, they're up here, and then there's literally everyone else in the tribe. And then I don't know if the wingless are just like under that, or if they're just still part of like the normal population. So it's like, if there's like some weird social dynamic stuff where it's like, oh, there's a stigma around it, where it's like, oh, normal people, people that can fly, people that can't fly is like way down there. Okay, I get it, but I don't think they really have that structure. I think it's just normal people, then people can fly. So it's like, if you were singled out because you couldn't fly, maybe some of this would have made sense, but it's like, no, you are literally the one that's making the biggest deal out of this.
Here, these should be high enough to save the clan.
Oh, this is dumb.
What?
You don't get to die a hero today.
Jesus God, guys. Literally dropping the ball. Oh, dude, use your magic gun and shoot it. Didn't she just get pancaked by her sister's corpse? Yeah, she has a gun. Couldn't she just load it in there? Shoot it? Oh, okay, everyone's good. It's Genshin. No one dies. But I thought maybe because, I don't know, animal, they would let a death happen. Wait, that explosion wasn't even that big then. He was like right there.
Koya, are you hurt? Let me take a look at you.
Oh.
What do you mean I'm fine? Didn't I tell you to catch me on your back? Why did you try to shield me from the blast? Accident? Yeah, right. Seriously, you're as stubborn as ever.
Chaska, Koya!
How are things looking here? I think that's putting it mildly. I owe you one. Again. Oh, but be honest. Do you still think Kukasaurs can't form bonds?
Mom, I'll figure out the refinement problem. I'll find a way. You don't need to worry about it. I just need some more time. That's all I ask. Please just trust me. Just this once.
The Flower Feather Clan yield to the strong. And it's up to the winners to define what strength means. So it looks like it's my turn to yield.
Koya! Koya! So, you're absolutely sure it's not because of the explosion?
Yes, for the 10,000th time, I'm sure. The blast barely touched her. The reason she fainted was old injuries playing up, compounded by overexertion in recent days. The moment she finally relaxed, all the built-up stress finally caught up with her. And no wonder. Honestly, she's just like you. Anyway, now you know how we feel when you go off risking life and limb. Your mother and I would both appreciate it if you lived less dangerously. You know she wrote to me from the Masters of the Night Wind, just to scold me for not doing enough to keep an eye on you. If she wasn't so busy with work, you can bet she'd come back here and chew us both out in person.
I'll find an opportunity to apologize to her. I promise.
You'd better. No more avoiding us, okay? And don't get me started on all the checkups you've missed.
Got it. Got it. Huh? Koya? You're awake. I'll go let everyone know.
Hey, but we're not done talking. What are we gonna do with her, Even after everything that's happened, she still hasn't figured out how to start the conversation with you. She keeps saying, I don't think Koya has forgiven me yet. But if you ask me, she's the one who's scared to open up and have an honest conversation. For all her confidence, she's a very sensitive soul underneath. You'd think as a peacemaker, she of all people would know how to reconcile with her family after a falling out. She must have been a handful growing up. Thank you for being there for her. And of course, thank you for keeping her safe when you were up there in the sky.
Koya, Uncle Cusco, we're here!
Ha! I was just telling her that she's not to go chasing danger with Chaska ever again.
Cusco, I understand how you must feel. But it's all thanks to Koya and Chaska's efforts that the airborne workshop didn't come crashing down on our heads.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask. They didn't hurt you while we were gone, did they?
Thankfully, when her co-conspirators tried to arrest me, I was out coaching Koya and Junan. The two of them were a huge help. They took care of things while I went around rallying the resistance. So, in the end, Alpa's would-be revolt didn't really get off the ground. And as it turns out, not all of the wingless want to see our dear Saurian friends replaced with phlogiston-powered gizmos. I'm so sorry you got mixed up in this, by the way. We should have caught on to Alpa's scheme sooner. We could have saved so many Kukasaurs from getting hurt. Most of the airborne workshop has now been dismantled. We've just left one small, harmless part intact, and repurposed it as a jail for Alpa and her cronies.
Let's see how they like being locked up in a sky prison!
So, it looks like there's just one last conflict left to resolve. Peacemaker, you're up.
I said I had to wait until things had blown over, didn't I? And now they have. But I still have no idea what to say. Koya, I just want to say, I'm sorry for how things went down back then. Huh? Does this mean you're not mad at me anymore?
There's that family likeness coming through again.
But that day, when we ran into each other. Huh? So then, when did you finally make your peace with it?
Oh, it's Chime and Chimpu! They're here too!
Complete. Okay, this one was a pretty good one. Honestly, it was lengthier than I thought it was going to be by like a lot. Like a lot more lengthier than I thought it was going to be. food. We got it up to level 2. I don't even really fully understand how we got that one up to level 3. I think we were just doing the food stuff there a lot. And then also the bat one, we also need to level up. It's weird you go to the one that's level 1 at the bottom. You go to that one first and then you go to the bird one, but they have it in like reverse order.
Be prepared.
Alright, sweet, we
and
got
stay
some
safe.
food. Yeah. As you can see, I also changed my avatar and nameplate. I thought it was a nice time for a change, since we got a little dino buddy avatar now. Oh wait, okay, that's what we need to do. This usually. Yeah. Okay, yeah, these two are still the like main ones. Okay, let's go to challenge. It's not. Oh my god, this is famously an Inazuman thing, and they're not even. And they're just giving it to leeway. Like, come on. Okay, maybe it's just the first fight. Maybe they're moving each fight around. That was just a tutorial. Weird and actually kind of not good. Alright, we're just going normal. See how it goes. Will we get our ship pushed in? Let's find out. Yeah. We have like basically full health for most of that. Like, what? Alright, select stage. Honestly, that was just like time consuming in terms of having to do so many hits. Okay. Okay, yeah, this whole set is super basic. No, wait, I have to jump for that. Okay, so there's only one way you can break the shield is by like doing that. isn't like weirdly simplistic in a way, which is just kind of not fulfilling. It could just be that this is all just like tutorial stuff. Fucking... I don't know why that last one was super strong. That one was a little bit more challenging, slightly, just because of like the different levels in which he would shoot at. And I think this is also at multiple locations, but I don't know if people change based on the location. Frick. Ah. There we go. Man, moving forward is just like not a thing. Come on. Fuck. Wait, was that everything? Or I got to assume that maybe there's different locations in different countries? Or regions, whatever. We still have main story to do. God dang it. Alright. I think that was literally it. That is it. Oh my god. Okay, so it was just this one location. Why'd you move it to Leeway then? It's supposed to be an... It's like the only Inazuman thing, bruh. Huh. Okay, that's lame. That's lame. Alright, well, we got through that surprisingly quick. Honestly, they all just felt like tutorials for that specific boss to fight. Go. Alright. Oh yeah, plus look at that, our adventurer's XP is almost there. Let's go to Serenity Pot. I don't think I've went to the Serenity Pot in a long time.
This realm is truly beginning to thrive.
Alright. Oh, she's... Yes! Okay. I wanted her to be max. Hell yeah. I do want to work on her a lot. Like, I've seen a bunch of things saying that she's a really good healer. I seriously need to put effort into, like, building her up as a healer. despite her movesets making no sense to me whatsoever. And it's seemingly we got new stuff in here. Oh, sales. Wow. I wish we could just select multiple. That would have been so much easier than this. Oh my god, wow, they put in a lot this time. Holy shit. Usually they only put in this much whenever they put in like a whole new region. Not just a new like spot, but just like a whole new like nation normally. Holy shit, that was a lot. And I used none of it.
If you ever have...
And then also, I don't think I've ever showed this off, our statue. They released this because they were doing like a promotion with, I think, a museum, which I thought was a super cool cross promotion. Like, they've also done promotions with like National Geographics, where it's like, yeah, like nature and shit. Like let's do cool cross promotions with that and get like cool like artifact stuff like this in game from those. It's super cool, super dope. I hope they do more where we'll get like these cool like bronze patina'd like statues for like all the other archons. Would be super sick. Jesus God, they're all just popping off there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it early for today. That story was like part of it good. It's just annoying whenever you have a character where it's just like the thing that they're doing is evil and then their justification is just like pretty standard. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like once you've like read enough books, watched enough movies, you'll just be able to like see the tropes, unfortunately. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure you're special and different compared to all the other people that will try to do this or have tried to do this. And it's like, bruh.
You should really
Jesus
bring
Christ.
the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
So many. Oh, and we also got 2 foods. Okay, we picked up one somewhere else apparently at some point. Alright. But yeah, I think we're calling it early for today. Just because I don't want to get started on the main story. So tomorrow will be Zoneless End 0. Thursday, we're gonna hit the main story immediately and do as much as we can there. And then Friday will be Marvel Rivals. Like I said, I believe the new characters are supposed to come out on the 10th with the new season.
How about you take a rest?
So that's where we're gonna hold off until then. But yeah, that is it for today, guys. The end of day 1589 of streaming in a row. Thank you for coming out and hanging out for this somewhat shorter stream. We ended up finishing up that story, which is, I believe that was the final story we needed to do for that tribe. And yeah, can't wait to get back into the main story to see what's going on there. And yeah, like always, links down below for my Blue Sky Twitter and links over my YouTube channel where all my previous streams are uploaded and archived over there. And I'll catch you all tomorrow with some more Zoneless End 0. If not, see you guys back here on Thursday with some more Genshin Impact.